Hi, welcome back to Thought for Your Penny. I'm Brian Penny, your resident ghostwriter, and today we're going to be interviewing some of the contestants from The Voice. The Voice is a singing competition show on NBC where hopefuls get on stage and perform for four music industry veterans. This year's judges are John Legend, Blake Shelton, Gwen Stefani, and Kelly Clarkson. We're going to be interviewing a few of the contestants from each team and putting them in each video, so if you want to see the rest of them, check the comments below for the links. For this video, we're going to talk to Team Blake. And we're going to start off with Ian Flanagan. Ian, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Ian Flanagan. I'm from upstate New York. I've always known about The Voice, but I've considered myself more of a songwriter than a vocalist that could ever compete in something like The Voice. This past year, as my family and I were passing through Nashville, my partner Ayla decided to submit one of my videos to a series of events. I found myself out here, and I couldn't be more grateful for the experience. My hometown is Saugerties, New York, where I have an amazing community of people who have been supporting my music for years. My whole family comes from Saugerties, New York, and right now I have my girl Ayla and our daughter Kamea rooting me on from back home. This season is unlike any other before. There's a lot more quarantining going on, a lot more social distancing. But going through production here has been amazing. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, learning how to better myself, all of us as artists, for our own careers. No matter where this show takes us, we'll all leave here better artists. You know, production has been a wonderful, amazing journey here. And we're just hoping that we, bring some joy to everyone back home. My singing journey has definitely been a roller coaster. Lifelong. I have no idea what I'm doing half the time, but I'm going for it. And I started writing songs when I was a kid with my mom. Around 11, I really started taking it serious, and then just over the years I've been developing my own style. I'm just trying to sound like myself, trying to be as original as humanly possible. And singing is a great way to clear your mind, to express yourself. It's good medicine. So I'm just figuring it out as the days go by. But right now I'm feeling really great to be here. I'm learning a lot. So my singing journey, I feel, is just beginning all the time.
Tell us a little bit more about your singing style and what you're bringing to the competition.
If I was to describe my singing style, I would say it is pretty unique. I'm trying to be as authentic to myself as I possibly can be. I guess it is very raspy at times. I try to not be too raspy, but I think soulful is a word of expression more than a genre. So I try to express myself from my soul, but I guess technically it might be more Americana or folk. I don't really know, but I'd love for you to tell me what you think.
Well, I think you sound great. It seems like the judges did too. Can you tell us a little bit more about the experience?
So I'm on Team Blake. I remember vividly the moment when I was in the middle of my blind audition, and I was 90% sure that, nobody's turning around. I was just here having a good time now. And I thought I was singing kind of pitchy. I don't know, I was nervous. But all of a sudden, Blake turns around smiling and kind of saves me there. So I had no idea what to think, really. I am so grateful that Blake turned around, because he turned out to be, the perfect coach for me. Blake is a great guy. He has some great insight. He's super calm, and I don't know, he's had a good few pointers for me. He's very much embraced my uniqueness, which I was worried about, and he's kind of expressed that he wants me to even go further into that and to not be afraid to reach for higher parts of my range, which I've always been timid about. So he's kind of helping pull a lot out of me that I wasn't going to bring to the show on my own.
Nice. So tell us about some of your inspirations, your musical inspiration.
I come from a very music-heavy area. The Hudson Valley, between Saugerties, Woodstock, Kingston, Poughkeepsie, Albany, all this whole section of New York has a lot of heavy hitters when it comes to music. And honestly, a lot of what has shaped me and inspired me has been other local musicians. Joey Eppard is an amazing songwriter from my area who has influenced me guitar-wise. The Paul Luke Band is a band that really shaped me as an artist. I've been playing with them for years, and they're a bunch of older guys that have taken me in and shown me the ropes as far as shows go. As for other touring artists that have really inspired my music, Martin Sexton, he is a wonder to me, and I am always amazed at his shows and what he can do as a solo performer and a songwriter in general. Um, there's a guy, Sean Rowe, who has been a huge influence to me because he's a baritone and he rocks it like nobody else. And he's very inspiring because he just embraces the low parts of his range, and he's totally unique, and that gives me a chance to be something completely different in this mainstream industry. As for guitar, my hero is like Tommy Emmanuel. I mean, Tommy, if you're listening, I love you, man. I'm studying your lessons right now. But otherwise, I've been really fortunate to be inspired by everybody from home. Like, my community has really inspired me from a young age.
That's awesome to hear about. It's good that they're there to get your back and everything. So, I mean, has it helped you overcome the challenges? Has this been a challenging experience for you?
So the voice is probably the biggest challenge that I'm going to ever come across in my songwriting adult musical lifetime. I honestly have never learned a cover song in my life until last year. I started learning a couple, but I've built my entire musical catalog off of original music and, studying, songwriting really, and just creating my own. I've always just been writing. So every single song I'm performing here, it's the first time I've ever done it, and I'm learning it for the first time. So I'm going to be pushing myself every time you see me out here, but mainly I'm going to try to choose songs that are a little out of my wheelhouse and push me up into a higher register and just see what I can do. I don't know, but I'm going to hope for the best.
I can appreciate that. And what would it mean for you to win The Voice?
To win The Voice would be absolutely crazy, and I just feel so truly grateful to even be here right now that I'm not focused on winning. I'm focused on getting through the next round, and I'll take how I feel about that if that's an option. But right now, I'm just focused on the lives and feeling grateful to be here and feeling good. I think to win would be
Well, we're all definitely rooting for you. And what if you don't win? What are you going to go back to?
Fun fact about me is before I was a full-time musician, I spent 7 years building bass guitars as my day job. And I do miss building guitars from time to time, but I enjoy playing them a lot better.
I mean, I guess it's still in the music business, so we can't hate on that. Well, definitely good luck to you, Ian, and I really hope that everybody tunes in to see your performance on The Voice. Next on Team Blake, we have Jim Ranger. Jim, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
My name is Jim Ranger, and I am from Bakersfield, California, by way of Newport, Arkansas.
Awesome, and you're a family guy, right? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, my hometown is Bakersfield, California, and I got a large family here, both ones that were given to me by birth and by choice. I left my wife and my 3 awesome kids. They stay here in support of me, but also leave my whole church family and all my musician friends, and it's a quite lovely community that we got here, and it's pretty amazing that I have their support through all this.
So tell us about your experience on The Voice this year.
This year on The Voice was so it was so insane. It was awesome. But because of COVID, we had to live in this bubble, right? It's like we had to literally just be locked down and live in this hotel and can't go anywhere and avoid all this stuff, just be tested like 3 times a week. And I mean, just so many things. But it was amazing that we were, that the whole Voice team was able to pull this off. And it was really memorable and lovely, actually. There was a really tight bond with all the contestants together. So, yeah, crazy year, but I feel really privileged and honored to be a part of this.
Yeah, COVID's definitely gotten to all of us. I can definitely relate. I'm pretty sure that everybody else here can relate too in the audience. So how did you get into music in the first place? Like, what's your inspiration? Where do you draw that from?
I was raised in a home where we sang all the time. My dad's a piano player, a songwriter, and my mom sings like an angel. And we grew up singing. And I thought it was a normal part of life until I got a little bit older and I realized that not all families would sing together. I guess it was actually kind of weird, but to us it was really normal.
So is that what your inspiration came from?
I was raised on Southern rock, Southern gospel, country, but also, you know, Motown and classic singers. So I guess to describe my singing style, it's all rooted in country, but man, there's a whole lot of soul and blues in there, and so I'm. This is a really long way to go. I have no idea what I think my singing style is. I love to make people feel the feels. I want to write songs, sing songs that tugs at people's hearts.
Well, we can definitely feel the soul when you're singing. We can feel it in your heart and everything like that. It's a great performance. Tell us a little bit about what it was like being on that stage for that show.
At the blind auditions, I started singing, and I was really nervous. I had no idea what to expect, and the chairs started turning. Once they did, here's John Legend staring at you, right? And then here's Gwen Stefani, and she's like staring into the sun, right? And she flips around. It's like, ah. And then finally, the big cowboy flipped around for me. I wanted to be on his team the whole time. Obviously, nothing against the greatness of the other coaches, but I do feel somewhat of a I don't know, connection to him, I guess. And so I got to choose Team Blake, and here I am now. And I think, honestly, one of the main reasons that I chose him was simply because I love his attitude on this show, the way he treats the contestants, the people that are on his team. He truly allows them to be themselves, and he's just a fun, silly dude, man. Yeah, I love it.
So that's interesting. So what are you hoping to get out of this competition then?
Came into this process really hoping that I would find new levels, you know, these challenges that push me beyond my comfort zone, the places that I've just gotten really good at, you know. I'm 38 years old. I've been doing this for a while, and you kind of get used to your thing. You kind of get, you know, your tricks, your bag of tricks that you can do really well, and then you kind of don't do anything else. But my hope is that through song selections and through really being pushed, and how even that I prepare for a performance, for a song, yeah, man, that's one of the most exciting parts about this, is truly being able to be stretched, you know, beyond my little safe place that I know that I can do at the drop of a hat. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. You spend your life trying to whisper to people's hearts through music, and you get glimpses of it. But man, to win on a stage this big, to have this opportunity, the doors that would inevitably open because of it. Yeah, it's pretty hard to put it into context, but I think it would mean a lot, a whole lot, man. Yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd be the coolest thing.
Well, you're definitely a talented guy, and we can all say that you deserve it. Well, appreciate you stopping by, Jim. So that's all we have for Team Blake. Be sure to check out the other videos to check out the other teams. And don't forget to watch The Voice on NBC.